All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome. 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 Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, guys. We have a lot to go over. We had a bounce on crypto a couple days ago. We were watching it on here, and we were really making the prediction that that was going to be the bottom. Well, on the low time frame at least, it looks like we were actually right. However, is it going to transfer over into the higher time frames? That's the main thing that we're looking for now. And we really don't know yet, right? But we are going to go through it today. We're going to try to find some signs to give us more of a clue on whether or not this is the bottom. So we're going to dive in, see what's going on in the market. We're going to make some adjustments on the challenge account. So I have a lot of plays I want to make on that account. So we'll do that live on stream. Let's go and get our notifications sent out. Market update. All right. Awesome. 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 So let's get that posted. How is everyone doing today? Did you guys capitulate at the bottom despite me yelling and screaming and telling you guys don't capitulate here? The place to capitulate was a lot higher, but not right here, right? Did you capitulate, or were you able to hold strong during that, right? And I'm definitely not a holder. I'm not someone who tells you to hold till the moon, right? But I definitely, absolutely, in no way, shape, or form would be selling after a 53% drop without any sort of retracement whatsoever, right? That just doesn't seem smart. And I really hope you guys were able to learn from this that you will get an exit. Now, the question is, where are those exits? And if you get the exit, are you going to actually take that exit, or are you just going to get that moon boy philosophy, just like how you keep thinking it's just going to keep going down? You can think the other direction of it's just going to keep going up, right? So let me get my comments up so I can see everybody, what everybody's saying and all that good stuff. Awesome, 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 guys. All right, cool, cool, cool. How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? Hope you guys are hanging in tough. I hope you guys are not struggling too bad. It was an aggressive drop, but fortunately, I think we're damn near done with the aggressiveness. And if we do see any more of a bottom, I think it's gonna be a lot more rounded. And honestly, I really don't think we're gonna see a bottom. I don't think we're gonna see any more downside at all, or at least a new bottom that's formed. So let's go over why I was so bullish here, right? And if you go over here to the Discord server, I made an overall checklist of why I'm bullish, right? And let's tally this up. So let's talk about all the different reasons as to why we were bullish at the bottom and not doing like what so many others were doing and screaming it's going to go down to 20,000, 15,000, hell, straight to zero. We're not going to see any sort of a bounce whatsoever, right? And let's go through this and really dive in. And just to show you something else real quick, it's really funny to me. Where is it at? Where's it at? Oh, here you go. Isn't it crazy? We're going to go straight to zero without any sort of a retracement bounce. I think that's really funny, guys. A lot of people, like, I actually have my brother. I talked about this a couple days ago on stream. My brother contacted me after I posted this tweet, and he legitimately was terrified. He told me, he was like, bro, am I screwed now? What's going on? Am I done? Because, like, I manage his portfolio for him. So whenever he saw that, he thought that I legitimately thought the whole market was screwed and he just lost all his money, right? And I had to explain how, like, bro, this is sarcasm, man. That's all it is. It's sarcasm. Because I'm seeing so many people at the time, 4 days ago, just screaming to the moon that we are going to go straight to zero without any sort of a bounce, right? You see it all over the place. So that's just really funny to me. I wanted to show that because I really cracked up about it. And furthermore, about my brother. So my brother is actually a pretty big streamer in League of Legends, okay? And he had a baby boy yesterday. So he didn't really want me to announce or anything. He didn't want me to talk about it. But yesterday he actually posted on Twitter saying, hey, I'm having a baby boy. I was like, oh, okay, I guess you're cool with me talking about it now. So there we go. So he had a kid yesterday. He was born healthy. Everything's going great. So I wasn't on yesterday because, you know, we're trying to spend family time and stuff together. So all that good stuff. So I am back today, though. He's healthy. Everything's good to go. But obviously, those are always, tough times. So, yeah, at least I sold the pump. I paid the rest of my car payments. Now I can partially my day. That's awesome, man. I love it, love it, love it. Good job, Lewis, bro. That's fucking amazing, man. I'm so happy to hear that, right? That's the important thing, right? So I have also taken care of almost all of my debts now. All of my debts that remain are all like long-term, long-term debts that I'm totally fine with, like, a house payment and stuff like that. So because I'm the military, I got an absolutely incredible rate. It's a 2.25% interest rate. And I have a 30-year note. So do I have any interest in paying that off early? No, not at all, right? So I paid off all my debts except for the really, really good ones like that. Car payments are taken care of. We bought all just like little random crap and stuff. And as you guys know, I haven't taken out 1% per week for the last, 3 months now? Taking out 1% per week for the last 3 months. So we're doing very well. Me and my wife are very happy, and those are the good things, man. You got to have those goals, and you got to go and take care of yourself. So if you don't do that, what are you really doing this for? So really, really happy to hear that, brother. That's awesome. So, all right, what is going on in the market? What is going on? So let's start diving in here. Well, let's do one more. I was supposed to go through here. That's right. But one thing I want to show you guys real quick. This was a 4-hour breaker I posted about last night in Discord, okay? This 4-hour breaker, and I said, hey guys, this is the spot right here where I think we're going to get some sort of reaction, right? It's the first major test of whether or not 33,000 was the bottom or we have further to drop. My bias is that we're done dropping. However, it is not a bad idea to secure some profits either way. At this level, this is a very obvious resistance, and even if we don't make new lows, I wouldn't surprise me if we initially reject and create a higher low before doing the actual breakout, right? So let's look. Where is that level? Are we near it? Did we already hit it? Yada, yada, yada. Well, we actually tapped it and rejected. See that? Tapped it, rejected. It doesn't get much clearer than that, right? Tapped it, rejected. Guys, this is exactly what we're looking for. Now, we are showing some strength here, but if I was completely unbiased in my assumption, and this is a 4-hour breaker, I think it's not a bad idea if you wanted to take some more profits here, right? So we confirm this level as a solid resistance. So now that we're getting almost to the very top again, is it a bad idea to take some profits? I think it's not a bad idea. Honestly, it's not. So Bitcoin is in a major consolidation range, like a big cluster. So this is a really good spot to take some profits, right? I can't give you guys financial advice, of course, but me personally, I might take some profits on my positions just because this is a major resistance level, right? Because, guys, here's the important thing, okay? We've already pumped pretty harshly. We have, right? We've already went up 16%. Okay, 16% 24 hours essentially, right? Or like 48 hours. Okay, that's not a bad pump. So does it make sense that we may do something like that and then come back down here? So where's the pathway? There it is. Okay, so we'll come up here, reject, come back down here, find some sort of a low down here before it actually breaking out. Would that make sense? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? This is a very key level. We have it annotated as a 4-hour breaker. This right here should act as a major resistance, and we're right there next to it. So even though my bias is we're going to keep making new highs, ultimately, this is not a bad spot to take some profits, all right? So if you want to take some profits, it's probably not a bad idea. So I might take some profits. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this yet. Yeah, perfect. So this right here, this weekly breaker, okay, would also be right where the 618's at. So this right here would be a perfect reaction, right? So a rejection at the 4-hour level, come back down, hit the golden pocket and the weekly breaker, then continue back up. This makes a lot of sense to me, honestly. So this is probably my primary bias. I don't think we're going to break straight up from it. We might, but this would make a lot of sense, right? So let's go ahead and post that in Discord so we can see what's going to happen. This is my primary bias. An initial rejection from the 4-hour level and a golden pocket / weekly breaker retest to create a higher low before making a solid breakout. Does that make sense, guys? Like, does this seem like a pretty solid play in your opinion? I think it does. I think it makes a lot of sense. So, do I want to take any profits? Well, personally, I am not going to take profits. And the reason why is because although Bitcoin may drop, I'm still looking for money to flow into the altcoins. And the altcoins have not had the amount of movement as I would expect. Oh, hey, give me a second. Guys, my dogs are need to go outside. Okay, cool. Yeah, my overall expectation is that, right? So I am expecting us to have sort of rejection on Bitcoin, but it doesn't necessarily have to transfer over into altcoins like we may be expecting, right? Because our altcoins do look really good. Okay, they really do. Bitcoin looks the strongest right now, but ultimately I am expecting altcoins to make some movement here. I really do. Let's go ahead and dive in on here. I am expecting this right here to be the local top or maybe even the total top of the Bitcoin dominance. This is the 200 moving average as well as a weekly breaker on the Bitcoin dominance, right? So this right here makes a ton of sense for me as to where it would have its actual rejection and complete and shoot back down. That's what I really expect to see happen. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of our altcoins have not taken off the way that I would like them to go by now. Some are doing pretty decent. Some are making some really low time frame reclaims. Like, for instance, if you go to Request, I've been watching this one pretty well. And Request has actually made a pretty significant increase. All right, really significant reclaim. So if you go over here, and if you go to the rectangle tool, this breaker right here, it looks like we've come back down and reclaimed it. Now, this breaker technically is not necessarily correct because of this this going above and closing above it. But here's the big thing about this particular chart. I don't know how significant that this is right here, because look at these open and closes. They don't match, right? This close should match the open, and it doesn't, right? This close should match this open, but it doesn't, right? These are some things I'm seeing on here. So I'm not really taking these overall open and closes that seriously, which means that I'm going to go ahead and assume that this was a bullish reclaim, and now we're going to continue the upside. That's what I want to see on Request. And there are other coins as well that are making the same sort of thing. So some coins like this, and I'm sure there are other ones as well, are looking pretty damn good. Like XRP, for instance, right? We are right at this major resistance. We haven't busted above it yet, but we've been trying a lot, right? So if we get above here, would that be possibly an explosive movement? Yes, it would, right? Let's go to some other ones. Shiba, nothing. OXT, nothing. Litecoin, nothing yet. Maker's been looking really good lately, but I don't see like that on there. Now, Ethereum has. So this is Ethereum. See that breaker right there? We have now closed above it and are pushing up from it. So things like this are what I'm really looking for. Let's say EOS, nothing yet. There's our breaker to get back above. ENJ, not yet. Dot is not yet. Link, not yet. Cardano, we're pushing against it. See, there's some on here that have already gotten above it, and some haven't. So, yeah, I think Request is looking like a really good trade right now. Atom is one that showed a ton of strength, right? Right now, it looks like it's starting to round off, but it does have a lot of strength. So if you can get a retracement level on this, would it be a smart play? I think it would be, honestly. I really do. Let's see, from here to here. Yeah, golden pocket right there. But if you go to the entire structure, the golden pocket is down here again around $30. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it does. Let's look at Crow. Crow was looking really good last night. I think I posted about it. Oh, wait. Crow. Oh, we did break into it. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so Crow looks amazing. Okay, look at this falling wedge. Falling wedge, right? We went beneath it. We got back above it. And this is my primary bias. I said we're going to break back into the falling wedge, retest, and explode higher. And when I say explode, I'm not joking. I think this one has an absolute incredible possibility to just take off like no one's business. This is a really solid reclaim of this falling wedge. So this looks like a really, really, really good play. Very, very happy about that. And I'll probably be looking to get an entry anywhere lower. But overall, Crow looks really good right now. What else? Let's see. FET at the 4-hour resistance level. And I'm sure there are lots more as well, right? All right, so let's do this, guys. Before I start going the actual altcoins, first off, let's go over why we were able to identify that the bottom was the bottom, right? Because it's right here. This is 24th, right? So 24th. Where was the 24th at? Let's see what was going on during the market at the 24th. Okay, this. 24th. Look, the bottom. You see that? Is there anyone who can argue with me that this is not the lowest point of the chart right here? Okay, the 24th. Obviously the lowest part, okay? And I was bullish. Why? Because, number one, let's go through one by one, okay? We're holding the weekly breaker. Okay, this weekly breaker right here. Well, there it is. Let's take off the log chart. This weekly breaker right here. Okay, we held this level. So because we held that level, that's a really, really good sign, right? We went below it, closed back above. That's a solid retest of this weekly breaker. That's a really good sign. Have not lost the monthly breaker. Now, this one is we have not lost it yet. However, we still have a long ways to go. This is the monthly breaker. This is the level I'm talking about. So we need to close 5 days and 7 hours around $44,000. If we don't get in $44,000, then guess what? We have officially lost the monthly breaker, and that is a major bearish sign to the market. And that is one of the only things right now that can really throw a kink into my overall plan of what I'm expecting, right? So this monthly breaker, if we do not close back inside of there, we have lost it, and that's going to act as a major resistance level, okay? But as of right now, we haven't lost it yet. 4-hour bullish divergence has confirmed. Let's go on there and show you what I'm talking about on that. 4-hour bullish divergence, okay? First off, you guys really need to know what divergences are, right? So divergences are a very powerful tool. And what you're going to look for is you only take the closes, not the wicks, just the closes. What you want to see is you want to see two lower lows on here. See that? A low and a lower low, right? But what you're looking for is go to the RSI, and you want to see these two lows create two higher lows on RSI. What this shows you is although the price keeps dropping, the strength of the drop is not dropping, right? So this is a confirmed 4-hour bullish divergence. That's a really, really good sign, right? So a 4-hour bullish divergence is great. Could it transfer over to higher time frames? Absolutely, right? Now, here's the other cool part. If, hypothetically, if we were to come back down here, okay, and let's say we were to close a candle right here at 34,970, around there, right? If we close a candle right below here, and the RSI doesn't drop that harsh, right? If it like wanders down here a little bit and closes right here, right? And this RSI goes up here and it starts dropping, and it matches, right? What have we done right here? That'd be a lower low. This would be a higher low. This would be a bullish divergence on the daily, right? And that would be even more strength and even more confluence, right? So this is what I really would like to see if we do come down in here. Like I told you guys, my primary bias is what? A drop down to this level. Would that match my bullish divergence forming? Yes, right? So this would make a lot of sense. The 4-hour bullish divergence has confirmed. If we go back down there and get a daily bullish divergence, that would be even more strong, right? But one step at a time, you really can't play it until you actually get it. But overall, guys, this is what I want to see in the market as a whole. So I do want to see it drop. All right. So those are the bullish divergences we were talking about, right? Now let's go back up here and see what else we were looking at. Okay. Assumed parallel channel. This is something you guys really need to pay attention to, okay? This was a total shot in the dark based upon a rule called assuming parallelity. Assuming parallelity. Okay, this is something like people don't even talk about. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this channel. We're gonna get rid of it. Why? Because at the time we made this decision, it didn't exist. But what we did is we created a high, a higher high, and then what we did is we dropped this sucker right down here to the low and said this, we're going to go ahead and assume this is a channel forming. We're going to assume it's a channel. There was no trend line. There was nothing to show this is going to add support on this channel, right? But because we assumed parallelity, it actually is holding up. It's actually holding up. Freaking brain's trying to call me right now. Oh, that's funny. All right. So yeah, we're assuming parallelity on here. Yeah. Now, furthermore, to help further this thought process on this channel being like actually legit, you also want to watch the midline, right? The midline is going to give you a lot of information as to what's going on in this market. It's basically going to tell you whether or not this is a legitimate channel or not, right? So the midline, as you can see, it held a support, busted back through with conviction, come back up here, slight deviation with a massive rejection and retest of the trend line, right? Or the midline. Broke back above, come back down, retest the midline, continuation down. This is a really good interaction of this midline, which gives me additional confluence that it's legitimate. Said, look where that channel interacts with the previous high in 2017. Okay, I didn't even know this was a thing. Let's look at it. I'm curious. I got to go to a higher chart. Higher chart 2017. Got to go one more. Okay, Bitstamp definitely has it. All right, let's do that. I don't know. I honestly don't know which I'm at, but we'll see if we can figure it out. So apparently this channel also has significance in the prior history too. Which if it does, I didn't even know it, but that's going to give us even more confluence. All right, we're going to go back here, drop it down to the bottom. Nothing like that really. Log chart maybe. What CB's saying? Oh, okay. On the log chart, it looks like it damn near interacts it, right? And on these logarithmic charts and on these long-term trend lines, there's definitely a lot of space for maneuver, right? So that's only going to be a 2% difference. So yeah, I think that's pretty significant. Maybe. So log chart, it does interact with it, right? So maybe that's what we're looking at. But the important thing is that channel didn't even exist, and we still made that assumption because we're assuming parallelity, right? We're assuming parallelity, and that's what we're doing. So overall, it still looks really good. I'm really happy with this channel. I'm glad it played out the way we're hoping so, but we'll see what happens, guys. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. Let's see. What else? Other things to look at, we have the volume profile looks healthy. On the low time frame, we had very high volume. This is Binance US. Let's go to a different chart. Let's go like a Binance or a Coinbase one. There's Binance. As you guys can see, the volume on that buyback was healthy, right? It actually had more volume than the previous days, right? The last time we had that much volume was way back here in 4 December. And what happened 4 December? The capitulation wick, right? So overall, guys, this looks really, really good. So the volume is very high. That's a really good sign to show, hey, this is an important level. There's a lot of volume coming in. So volume profile looks good. Bullish tweezer candles in the daily. Okay, let's go look at this as well. And you guys can see how I'm not just basing my analysis on one single thing, right? You want to get what's called confluence in your decision making. So for a bullish tweezer candles, what we're looking for on that. Oh, it's 4 hour, my bad. 4 hour, not daily. This right here is called a tweezer candle, right? So if you take a pair of tweezers, okay, take a pair of tweezers. Let's go to upside down one. There you go. Okay. Tweezers, right? You see these little two things right there? These massive, long, like really skinny things. Okay, now take that and compare it to this. You guys see that? This is called a tweezer candle, and this is a very bullish sign because this is the reason why. Think of it like this. The price drops down, it gets rejected back up, right? That means the bears push it down, but the bulls fight hard, right? And then the next day or the next candle, the bears fight back again, and the bulls once again fight really hard to get it back up. Do you think that's demoralizing for the bears when they can't make any more progress? Absolutely, right? So that's what happens, guys. This is called a bearish or a tweezer candle pattern, and it's a really good sign of a reversal. This is a 4 hour reversal, so it's a pretty high time frame. I would love to see like a weekly or a daily to be really confident that the whole thing's done. The whole drop is over. But overall, though, this looks like a very solid tweezer candle pattern. I'm very happy about that, right? So that's really good, guys. What else? Zero retracement after a 53% drop. Based on historical data, this is where we should be bouncing, all right? And this is a really simple one. If you go back in time to prior drops, where do the major retracements happen, right? Well, if you go over here from the very top, very bottom. Oh, I got to go over here. 69,000 at the very bottom. 52% drop. Okay, 52% drop. Or what happened over here? 55% drop. What happened over here? 30% drop. All right, not that bad. What about right here? I'm curious at this point, right? The important thing is that these drops do eventually stop. All right, 21%, not that impressive. Let's go like here. This looks like a pretty good one. Still not that much. The important thing I'm trying to show up to is that like all these drops, very few of them drop without any sort of retracement whatsoever, right? So the fact that we've dropped 53% without any sort of a drop or any sort of retracement is pretty crazy, right? There's always retracements that come in after each one of these massive drops, and that's so important, guys. But like, and people who are like, oh, it's never going to come back up, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, you guys are full of shit because it's never happened in the history of Bitcoin, or we just go straight down without any sort of retracement. It doesn't happen, guys. So that's one of the big things. No, I don't know anything about that, man. All right. And that's one of the big things we're looking for. So this is just, it's crazy to me that anyone would make the argument that we're not going to get any sort of retracement, right? So where am I looking for? Guys, you know where I'm looking for. My plan has not changed. It's right here, right? Get rid of this. Wherever we find the bottom at, you sell the golden pocket retracement, then I go away, right? However, this retracement is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. I think there's a really good possibility this is the bottom, right? And we'll see from there. Divergence from the traditional stock market on low time frame with evidence of previous divergences occurring. So essentially what I was going with here is that not all the time does traditional stock markets mimic crypto exactly. And here's a good example of what we saw yesterday, right? Dow was dropping. Bitcoin was increasing. This usually doesn't happen, but these divergences do happen. So everyone who's really, really bullish on or bearish on the crypto or on the stock market, there's a good argument to be made that we've already had our drop and we're in a recovery while Bitcoin or while the traditional stock markets keep decreasing. That's why, trust me, my Discord right now is blowing up with stuff about the FOMC thing going on, right? They're blowing up about it. They're like, oh my God, guys, it's so bad, yada, yada, yada. Guys, I don't give a shit, okay? Because these divergences do happen, and I think you're basically basing your opinions on news that's already out in the open. Do you not think maybe the markets already adjust themselves for it? Come on, guys. All right. And other times that we've actually seen that happen was back during the COVID crash back in 2020, right here. The low for crypto during the crypto crash, or during the COVID-19 crash in March 2020, was on March 13th, right here. Okay. However, the low for the traditional stock market was at March 23rd. We've already doubled in price from the bottom, while the NASDAQ was continuing to drop. Okay? You guys see this, right? We've already finished the correction and well on our way to recovery while traditional stock markets are still dropping. Okay? Yes, traditional stock markets on a macro perspective do follow Bitcoin or vice versa. They do. They work, they ebb and flow in the same direction. But these divergences do happen, and a lot of times because crypto falls so harshly, they've already completed their correction while traditional stock markets keep dropping. So look, it drops. The stock market decreases an additional 30% while Bitcoin increases 100%. This happens, guys. It's not that uncommon. Like, seriously. Shut up about the interest rates crap. I don't care about it. All right. If the traditional stock markets look like crap, great. There's plenty of examples showing that it doesn't always match it exactly. All right. Next one is CME Gap Filled. Let's talk about that. If you go to here in my technicals section, we have the CME gap. I've been mentioning this for a while. I haven't really pulled it up that much, but overall, we have these two levels. One up here at 51 to 53,000. One down here at 30,000, right? These are the two levels of the CME gap that has not been filled. If you go to low time frame, it's actually wide open. But the important thing is that we have it up here and down here. Well, we came down here, we filled it. Now we continue back up. There you go, right? This is what we wanted to see to get that inefficiency filled, and obviously we got it. So now what happens? Well, it would make a lot of sense to me if we've already filled this inefficiency. We're going to go up here to fill this inefficiency before going down here and filling this one, right? We go bounce, 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 right? That's what my expectation is, which also matches my plan that I have for all of crypto right now as well. So jump up here around 50, anywhere in this area, fill that inefficiency, then we collapse back down here and go a lot lower, right? That's my overall goal for crypto right now. But either way, I think we do have more upside to go. Okay, total altcoin market at the golden pocket and a weekly support level. Let's talk about this. Okay, weekly level. This is a weekly breaker. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know how much I love my breakers, right? Okay, we came down here and tested this key level. Why would I sell at this key level? It doesn't make sense. Furthermore, if you take the entire increase we've had, this is the golden pocket, 618 to 702. You see that? We are at the golden pocket and a weekly support level. Do you think I'm buying here? Yes. Why the hell wouldn't I buy here? This is the perfect opportunity to do so. So Those are some things to think about as well, guys. This is a golden pocket and a weekly breaker of the entire altcoin market. This is perfect, especially for altcoins. Very little liquidity left the downside, right? So in case you guys are not tracking, we have been the market, and this is no shit. If you can ask anyone on this channel who's been here a while, I called the top at 53,000. Okay, I did. This is not like a bragging. It's just saying I was able to do it. Okay, it was very obvious to me, and the reasoning as to why I was able to call it was very simple: liquidity. Liquidity. That's the only reason why. Right here. Low time frame. Look, I said, hey guys, we were right here. We were at 48,000. I said, we're going to come up here, tap this liquidity, and then we're going to crash. How low are we going to go? I actually thought right around here. We went a lot lower than what I expected, but you know what? That's fine. The important thing is that because of liquidity, we tapped it and then started going down, right? Well, now, where's all the liquidity at? All of here is liquidity. The only bit we have left is right here. This is all we have left before a massive collapse down to around 17. I don't think that's right. It might be. We have some right here, but ultimately, if we lose 28,000, liquidity is all the way down like 20,000, right? So there's not any liquidity that's able to be grabbed right now. So essentially, right now, guys, the most advantageous thing for the bulls or for the whales to do to really get their positions filled is push this price up, so they tap this liquidity, all of this shit, this liquidity, and ultimately up here around 50, or definitely right here at 53,000, and then ultimately I would love to see this level tapped as well at 57,000, right? This is where I want to see it get to, all right? But liquidity is something you have to march, or you have to watch to understand the psychology of the market. Outside of that, we have negative funding across all of crypto. Guys, like, we had negative funding, and I love negative funding because that means people are overexposed on their short positions. Look, we still have negative funding. Look all this red. We still have negative funding on crypto. That means that short positions are in a compromised position. That means they are paying extra money to keep their shorts open. This is great. As a bull, you want to see this, right? If you see green on this, like here with CUSDT, I don't know what the hell that is, right? But this actually is a bearish sign because that means people are overexposed on their long position. But whenever you have all this red out there, look, waves, okay, look. This is nuts. Massive amount of exposed short positions. And I already know the answer to this because I was actually watching this earlier today, okay? Massively exposed on their short positions, right? So what do you think is going on right now? Waves is getting absolutely wrecked. Why is that? Because people are overexposed on their short positions, guys. Like, that's why. Whenever you have negative funding, the whales step in and say, hey, if I was to basically inch this thing higher, all of these short positions are going to get just liquidated, right? Exactly what's happening right here. You can go to this chart and you can trade this right here. Just be like, well, let's see what's overexposed. Oh, theta looks overexposed. I should get some theta, right? Waves, obviously, that's the key one. What's this? CRV? CRV is overexposed. Ooh, I have CRV. That's not bad, right? SKL, sand, AVS. Ooh, AVS looks really overexposed. So does storage. All right. And this is how you can look at this, guys. You can look for opportunities based upon here and then move it over. This is one of those charts everyone was bragging about a few days ago. Look at all these shorts that are open right now. The shorts may ultimately win out, but this means that there is a good opportunity for whales to liquidate these suckers first. All right. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. So liquidity, negative funding rate, fear greed index. Oh man, yes. Love me some fear greed index, okay? We're still in extreme fear, but yesterday we were at 12. The day before that we were like at 10, okay? That means people are overly bearish. That's great, right? Because sentiment is generally wrong. If everyone expects it to go down, generally it doesn't go down, right? And vice versa also applies. When people get super greedy, when they become super euphoric, whenever the market can't, when you can't lose money in the market, that's when I'm over here taking profits, right? Just like if we do start getting our retracement up to our golden pocket region, right? And everyone's going to be saying, oh my gosh, we're going to keep going up. We're going to keep going up. Guys, I'm super euphoric. This is great. Oh my gosh, you can't lose money right now. Bitcoin to 300,000. I knew it was going to happen, right? When we start getting up to these key levels, okay, and everyone on Twitter is going to say, oh my gosh, this is the place where you need to be buying, right? You know what I'm doing? Selling like crazy, because we will be in extreme greed and everyone's going to be super euphoric. And this is the moment you want to start selling, right? Because it's going to be a 3-day breaker, a 3-day point of breakdown. This is the golden pocket of the entire structure. This right here is the key level I'm looking at to exit the market, right? How is this day for you? Well, it's a green day, and I love green days, right? So, great. All right, cool. So this is when I transition into a full bear. Full bear. I will have 0 long-term holdings. Everything will be transitioned into short-term trading, and that's literally it, guys. It's gonna be amazing. I'm super excited to get here. Yeah, I become super pessimistic on the market. I become very like devil's advocate in every situation, right? Every time you see a pump, you say that ain't a real pump. It's gonna crash. And the cool part is about crypto during bear markets is usually you're right. Like the meme where the moon is below the earth. Yeah. So relatively low volume from the drop, right? Relatively low volume. And actually this chart shows it fine, okay? Look at this volume during this drop. It's actually not that impressive. You see that? This is actually pretty low. There's higher volume on the increase, right? And whenever you have low volume on a drop, this is actually a bullish sign. So this is another reason as to why I'm actually bullish. I think we will be going up on this market, right? When you have low volume on this drop, that is actually a bullish sign. So the caveat to that, look at this. Really harsh volume. This told us that this was a very strong movement down and we were going to consolidate for a while. But overall, this volume profile is decreasing the further down it goes. All right. This looks really good. I mean, this looks really good on the volume profile that we're going to have a continuation up. Many of the traditional moon boys are bearish. Oh, guys, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. The moon. What is his name? The moon? Carl. He now switched over to full bear like, what, 3 days ago? Oh, bro, this is amazing. I'm so happy to see this, right? This dude has completely flipped to a full-on bear during the bottom of the market, right? Perfect, right? Oh, this jackass too. BitBoy, right? If you like him, I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys are idiots, right? If you go over here, look, he now is just now starting to say right at the very bottom, hey, we're now actually, oh, right here. If you don't think Bitcoin can go below 20,000, you must be new here, right? Guys, he was bullish the entire drop, and yet now he just now flipped bull or bear. This is the stuff you're looking for. This is called mass capitulation. Like, this is perfect. This is what you want to see, okay? I know Calio switched into a full bear, despite the fact he's been bullish the entire market and right for most of the market, right? But he flipped full bear. There's a lot of guys like that who are like major players who have now flipped in different direction. So whenever they start flipping in a different direction, you need to really start paying attention, okay? Really need to start paying attention, okay? Many altcoins have reached high time frame support levels. Okay, let's look at this. Crow golden pocket. Look at this. Crow bounced into a golden pocket of the entire structure as well as a 3-day breaker. What's happening? Pretty freaking decent pump, huh? Perfect. This is perfect, guys. This is what you want to see, right? This is a really good retest of a major level. Okay, another one, Litecoin. Go to Litecoin. Go to the weekly. This is the 200 weekly moving average. Guys, this is a no shit like one of the strongest support levels you can get on crypto. And that's not even an exaggeration. To prove to you how incredibly important this level is, well, first off, when we got above it, see what happens? This interaction right there, right? But if you go to Bitcoin as a great like litmus test for this, go to Bitcoin and see what happened with the 200 moving average. The 200 weekly was the bottom of the crypto market. This supported the entire market right here. Now, even during the COVID crash, although we did go back below it, the recovery of it was a major sign that we were done dropping. Okay? And this is also the level where if we can get an entry on the golden or on the 200 weekly moving average for Bitcoin, if you don't think I'm going to, sell the house to buy Bitcoin here, you're out of your freaking mind, right? This level is extremely important for Bitcoin, okay, and the rest of the market. So those are all some really bullish signs, right? So I showed you guys all these different reasons that I posted during the bottom, right? And this is why I cannot stress you guys enough. Stop looking at the freaking news. You're going to make mistakes if you do it. Focus only on the charts and nothing else, and you will be successful, okay? You're going to have so many people like this dickhead here that's going to be telling you all these different things about, oh, it's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up, right? And they're wrong so many times, all right? Just like this dumbass too. Like, I'm sorry I'm losing my mind here, but like, I hate watching you guys get burned by these people, right? It's just crazy to me. Just crazy, guys. All right. Well, either way, I'm sorry. I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm just getting really heated because I hate when you guys like get put in bad positions because of idiots who don't know what the hell they're doing. All right. So focus on the charts and nothing else. Okay. So do you think I give a shit about this interest rate, possible increase, all that crap today? No, I don't, right? We have a plan either direction. We currently are at a major resistance level, right? We are at a major resistance, so don't underestimate that. But my expectation, due to the charts alone and nothing else, 4-hour breaker is a resistance, right? Golden pocket is a support, right? So is it make sense we get a rejection here and come down here, retest this massive weekly breaker? Yeah, that makes sense to me, right? That makes sense. But it has nothing to do with the news. It has entirely to do with this chart, right? There you go. I'm off my soapbox right now. I got really heated because like this stuff really irritates me, guys. I hate when you guys get screwed over. So the bearish things that are happening, right? Look at this. News. Possible bearish news on crypto in the U.S. Possible executive orders, possible all this bullshit. Got it, okay? Possible bearish stuff. U.S. monetary policy might be changing and it might impact crypto, right? If you don't think that the market has already been factoring in these sort of news-based things, I don't tell you, right? Traditional markets look crappy. Yeah, they don't look great, right? But as I showed you, can Bitcoin still do fine with the market struggling? Yes. Okay. Bitcoin dominance is increasing. Finally, we actually have some sort of chart thing. Thank gosh, right? Okay, let's go to the charts. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. This does not look good. It doesn't, okay? It doesn't look horrible yet, but it doesn't look good, okay? Bitcoin dominance, the amount of money that's in Bitcoin or in Bitcoin relative to the altcoin market, right? So if you want alts to flourish, you want to see this drop, okay? So we wanted to see this 4-hour level hold. This 4-hour trend line has not held. It has not held. It is now busted above. There's really no way to interpret this as anything other than bearish for altcoins, right? At least comparatively to Bitcoin, there's no other way to interpret this but bearish if you look at this as a microcosm, right? The thing about it, though, two things. One, 200 daily moving average is coming up very soon. And yes, 200 daily moving average has acted as a pretty damn strong resistance during the history of this chart, okay? 200 daily moving average is coming up soon. We also have a weekly breaker approaching very soon that has not been tested, right? All these tests on this one have failed, and eventually we finally broke above it, right? Now we're about to test this weekly breaker. And not only that, we also have one right here. I didn't even notice. We have one right here as well. So ultimately, we have 2 weekly breakers we're about to be testing soon, okay? This is something that would not surprise me if we come up here, test it, then reject, right? Now, something else to consider is that one of the coins that's really getting wrecked right now is actually Ethereum. Ethereum is getting just decimated. It's showing a lot of weakness right now relative to the rest of the market. On the Bitcoin pairing, we are down 28%. Yeah, 28% on the pairing. And Ethereum is the largest altcoin market as a whole. So Ethereum, there's a good possibility, since Ethereum has went up so high, that Ethereum as a whole is also struggling and is going to also go into a downtrend, and the money is going to rotate not only from Bitcoin but also Ethereum into the rest of the market. All right, so it's a different little theory. It hasn't happened before. You know, it's a working thing I'm thinking about. But overall, maybe this is the time where Ethereum actually will not go on a further bull run, and that we're going to be transitioning our money from Solana, from Ethereum, from BNB, from ADA, and into these lower market cap coins, and have that sort of rotation, right? Because these other coins have already went up so drastically high that maybe it's just gonna, you know, maybe that money is gonna rotate into these lower market cap coins, right? And that's where I'm putting my money at right now. All right. Let's see, what else? So that's that. What else? Other bearish stuff. DXY is increasing. Okay, DXY, this is a sign of money moving out of crypto and out of traditional markets and into the US dollar, right? So we are seeing an increase in DXY. Now, right? That means people are basically losing faith and confidence in crypto and especially traditional markets, and are converting their money into US dollars, right? And that's what that essentially means. So so this does not look great, guys. So this does not look good for all of crypto and traditional stock markets. And then the Bitcoin dominance one does not look good specifically for altcoins. However, for the altcoins, we have a clear level that we can watch, just like on DXY. We can also assume that this is also some sort of resistance, right? It's not the best resistance, okay, but we are some sort of a resistance here. So maybe this is the part where it starts to slow down and start dropping back down, right? There's that. Strong downtrend. We are in a strong downtrend, and the trend is your friend, right? That is a terminology you can use in any markets that generally you don't want to be trying to catch knives, and you want to wait for a trend to be established. I think there's a pretty damn good, well, let me rephrase this. So right now, on the 24th, I caught a knife. Okay, it was dangerous, but I caught a knife on that, right? I made a decision. Hey, I think this is the bottom based on all these different reasonings, but you want to try to trade in a trending environment, which means you want to wait until you have a high, a low, and a higher high established, right? Because this is just a lot of low, high, low, high, low, high, right? Just constantly low, high, all the way down, right? And is constantly lower, right? So if we come down here and we break above here, back down, retest, create a high, or we have a low, create a high, create a higher low, and once we close above here with actually a close, this would now be a higher low, and this would be a start of an uptrend. This is what you really want to do, and you want to wait for if you want to have additional confirmation that the bull market's actually back, right, in any sort of capacity. A lot of these alts are showing a lot of strength right now, guys. Looks pretty good. Quant Stamp's up 40% today. Loom is up a shit ton. Holy hell, guys. This is what we want to see for a bull market, guys, right? This is what we want to see. We want to see all these different altcoins really start to pop off, and we are starting to get them. This looks really, really good. I have some sells at around $30, so I'm curious to see if I get this here. I'm pretty green to crypto. What are they possibly going to say about crypto? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know, and honestly, I don't care. I mean, I know, and I don't mean that like a negative way towards you, Neil. Just understand that, like, I know so little about cryptocurrency and the overall market, it would blow your mind. And that's intentional, though, right? Because I want to be completely unexposed to the news so that I cannot become biased towards a particular asset or in a specific direction, right? That's why I don't focus on news. I don't focus on fundamentals. I own so many coins that I literally have no clue what they do. Okay, these are the coins I own right now. Besides XRP and a little bit of HBAR, I know CRV as well. So those three coins, CRV, HBAR, and XRP, those are the only coins that I can give you a basic rundown of what they do. All the other ones, I have literally no clue what they do. Yep, no clue. No clue. None at whatsoever, right? And that's okay, right? Because all I do is I focus on the charts and nothing else, right? And that keeps me unbiased in my decision making. All right. So, what else? We haven't had a strong capitulation yet. Let's talk about a capitulation, okay? And a lot of people are like, no, we already had a capitulation, man. This is really, really bad. And like, it was so bad. You don't understand. No. I'm going to tell you guys a story real quick, okay? I'm going to tell you a story about a real capitulation, okay? This is what a capitulation really is like. This is a story that I have for you guys that honestly, like, it's so bad. It's so bad. So I don't know how old you guys are, but like, there are certain points of your life where you will never forget, right? So like, for instance, 9/11, okay? That's a moment of my life that I will never forget where I'm at, right? There were some situations in Iraq that I will never be able to forget, right? When I was deployed overseas, okay? There are things like that I will never be able to forget. However, there's another moment. I remember this day I remember exactly what I was doing. I remember what I was wearing. I remember like how I felt. I remember everything about it, guys. And I remember exactly everything about it, and it was right here, okay? This was where, right here. It doesn't look like much right now, but I'm telling you guys, the amount of memories and just absolute like terror that I felt this day was horrifying. Horrifying. And like, you guys cannot fully grasp unless you were here. Was anyone in this chat here during March 13th, March 13th, March 12th, March 13th of 2020? Were they involved in crypto? Did you have a significant amount of money on the line during this moment right here? Do you remember what happened? Anyone in this chat who can like attest to this has been here during this moment, okay? And if you're like, well, I don't know if I was in that moment. If you were to not remember, you were not here. I assure you, okay? Because here's what happened, guys. It doesn't look like much, but in the span of a day, we lost 52% of value on Bitcoin. 52% of value, y'all. That is unreal. Unreal, okay? Like, the last few days, we have lost 52% since November, okay? We lost all the money we've lost since November in the span of 24 hours. All right? Guys, like, this was horrifying, okay? And so whenever this happened, it was totally horrible. And this is super, super morbid, guys. But like, if you went to Reddit and you started diving in on there and you went to like coin market or what is it, market traders, Bitcoin traders, and all that crap, right? If you went to all these different ones, I can't remember what it's called, but they're like different Reddits and everything else on there, right? So these different Reddit places actually had on there, or like all these different like trading places had on there, like the suicide hotline was posted to the top of all their, was pinned to the top of it, right? Was pinned. And if Bitcoin lost 52%, and I'm an altcoin trader, my portfolio dropped like 80% that day. 80%, y'all. Like, that's incredible, right? And you may be saying, well, I've lost 70% in the last, 3 months. Dude, that was 3 months. Imagine that all happening in 24 hours. Nuts, right? So, but whenever it started dropping, guys, like, everyone was done. I remember I was in bed. I was in bed at the time, and I was sitting there in bed next to my wife, and I was shaking. I could not stop looking at the phone. It was late at night. Like, look at this. This was happening at, like, these drops were happening at like 2 in the morning for me. And I couldn't stop watching. It was horrifying. And I just sat there all night shaking, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get divorced. This is it. Like, I think this is going to have to happen. She's going to kill me. She's going to leave me for this, right? And then all of a sudden, it dropped all the way down to $3,500, okay? From $8,000 down to $3,500, and then it had an incredible bounce, right? From $3,700 all the way up to $5,900, okay? A 60% increase in the span of like 4 hours, okay? Completely annihilated everyone. So anyone who was in a long position got wiped. Everyone who was in a short position also got wiped. Literally everyone was screwed. The entire market was done, okay? And then it went right back down again, okay? It went back down to retest these lows, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the bottom, right? And here's the thing. You may be thinking, oh, well, at least you knew it was over, right? At least you knew it was done. It was quick and done, right? No, it wasn't. It wasn't quick and done. I want you guys to grasp this. This capitulation, okay, from the top of that to here, this took 48 days to recover. This was not a quick down, back, oh, we keep going, guys. No, 48 days to recover our previous low that was made in one 24-hour period. All right, this is a capitulation. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Unless you were here in 2020 or before, you have not. Okay? So whenever I said right here, we haven't had a strong capitulation yet, you would know if we had it. This is what I'm talking about. We have not seen a capitulation. Okay? Now, if the price, okay, if the current price today, let's say it was to do this, it goes over here to right here, and all of a sudden, okay, it just reverses at this 4-hour candle, and it just drops. And we just get, a massive dip, okay? What did I say, 53% of the day? There you go. Let's say today, you have 24 hours. I want to see it drop down to 18,000 today. Okay, then I can say, oh, yeah, that was a capitulation. You're right. But until we get that, you have not experienced a true capitulation. Imagine that, though, guys. It dropping down beneath $20,000 today. You have 24 hours for it to happen. That is absolutely absurdity, right? But that is what a capitulation is. And is this possible? Sure, it's always possible, right? Capitulations can always happen, right? And it doesn't matter where you're positioned. It doesn't matter where you long the market up here. You're wiped. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, there you go, guys. So that's what an actual capitulation looks like. So no, we have not actually hit a capitulation moment. It just hasn't happened. Sorry if that offends you, whatever, but like, no, you have not seen shit. Okay, hate to tell you like that. It sucks, but this has been a grinding market that you've been able to trade and things like that. Totally different situation. Okay, if you had any bids on the market, and here's a crazy part about it. The altcoins, some of those altcoins, no shit, went to zero. Zero. If you had any bids on the market whatsoever, they were filled. If you could have a bid for like, you know, this is an understatement, okay? Because Ethereum didn't get that low, but let's say you had an Ethereum bid for 20 bucks. You would have got it filled. Not entirely, right? Ethereum wasn't one of them, but like a lot of these really low market cap coins, you literally would have gotten everything filled. If you would have put a bid out there for, you know, 0.00001 Dogecoin for like, you know, 100,000 Doge, you would have got it filled. So back then, I was out of position. I was. So let's go back to that period of time. Because remember, what was going on in this period of time? You guys remember? This was a COVID-related one, right? But look at what happened. We lost a 200 moving average, right? 200 moving average was lost. But also, I went back and I was like, all right, well, let's see, guys. If we have this entire retracement level, yada, 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 from there to there, you know, we're going to get some reaction right there. So guess what? This is the area I was like, all right, this is a healthy retracement. Look, see that? Golden pocket retracement right here at $7,000. Yeah, too easy. We're good. And then what happened? Pop! Just destroyed it, right? Is that a solid buy right here? Yeah, it is. You know, 8 times out of 10, this would be a successful trade. But it didn't. It just fell right through. Why? Why is it scaring you short, man? You don't have to be scared of the market. Just make sure you have good stop losses in place. You're fine, right? But you have to just fully understand this is the sort of stuff that you could be looking into. So you have a retracement, go down to 618. Oh, it should hold, right? Nope, capitulation, right? It happens though, guys. And there's not much you can do about it except for being a spot trader, right? If you're a spot trader, then that's great, right? Because that means you can't get liquidated. They can't take your money. Okay, they can't force you to sell. But if you're in a leverage position, you're screwed, right? Yeah. So there you go, guys. That's my expectation. I expect to come back down here, tap the golden pocket, and go back up, right? But could a capitulation of some sort happen? Yeah, it could. Does it have to be as violent as that? No, man. It could drop anywhere in here, right? And that's totally fine for me. However, this also it's completely okay to also have this happen that can take back up, right? That's also totally fine. So those are things to look at. But like the other part about this though is like we've already dropped so far without any sort of retracement. Okay. Any retracement whatsoever. So you guys know what we're looking for here. So, yep, that's what we're going for, guys. Yep, make sure to like and subscribe to this crap, man. Really do appreciate it, guys. What else? Hey, appreciate it, CB. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, fireside chat. This is a ghost story, bro. It's a ghost story. That's what it is. It's brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Oh, okay. Okay. Is SKL on Coinbase? It is on there. The BTC pairing looks amazing, and the USD pairing looks good. Not great, but good. This is still a resistance level, though. only reason why I'm not getting to SKL right now is this right here. This is a major resistance. You can't ignore it. Didn't actually draw it right. Yeah, I don't think SKL is the play just yet, but we're really, 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 really close. Really close. Yeah, as soon as we get above there, that's a really, really good sign. I'm just going to the market, seeing what good opportunities exist. How am I going to adjust my positions? I think what needs to happen golden pocket support level. We've lost that. So A and KR, let's see if A and KR looks decent. Let's get rid of this. We'll start from scratch. This looks pretty serious. I think this is the, yeah, A and KR looks bad right now. This looks like a pretty damn solid rejection level. Trend lines have been formed. That's a really obvious one. I say that. Maybe it hasn't. Thought it was. Guess it's not. Take that back on that. Just diving on through here, see if I can find anything that really just pops out to me as like a really, really bullish chart. This looks pretty solid. C98 looks pretty good, actually. Let's look. We have level, tap, very solid retest, but I don't like strong volume. Looks like a pretty harsh rejection so far. Yeah, we're below it. Not interested. Close. Close. Not the play I want, though. CLO. That looks bad. I don't like I don't like the loss here. What is this? Daily. What is this? CHR? Oh shit. This looks really solid, I think. Log chart. Damn, I'm really close to pulling a trigger on this because this retest looks really solid. My only problem is that looks like we really haven't tested anything that's serious yet. There's no key levels that were tested. And also, I want to see a reclaim of some of these levels before I jump into it. So I'm going to go ahead and say no on that. This looks like garbage. Right? Yeah, it looks like garbage. She looks like crap. Crap. Comp. Comp's one I've been interested in for a while. Let's see if there's anything new on here. This would be a really strong reclaim. Yeah, this would be a very strong reclaim if we can get it. Yeah, this looks really solid. Okay, all right. I like comp. I don't love it, but I like it. Convince me to love it. Let's see. Convince me that I should love this one. Let's see. If you guys have any charts that you want me to check, here's the deal. I want you to give me a reason why to check it. If you give me anything fundamental, I'm going to ignore it. If you have anything good to check because of technical reasons, let me know. This breaker's been held up, though. We're so close on comp. So close, just not yet. Really close, though. Look at the BTC pairing. Let's see if I can convince myself this is worth it. Ugh. God, I hate seeing it so low. It's crazy. Nope, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Contentos. Contentos. Weekly breaker has now been lost. That's no longer a thing. Daily is also irrelevant. This level looks solid, I think. What is this level? Well, it's gone now. Let's see. Make some new levels on here. This looks good. This looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Yup. Contentos actually looks really good here. Not a great place to jump in, but Loom, I will look at Loom. I agree on that. I think Loom is a good one to check out. It does have a 40% increase. I like seeing green, right? You like buying strength. So strength is something I like to look at. Let's look at Contento's BTC pairing. See if it's the same. Low side of the range. Can't bitch about that, right? Low side of the range. We're consolidating. Let's look at Loom. I think it's a good idea. Let's check it out. All right. So Loom was one I was very bullish on. I went ahead and pulled it because it wasn't showing the strength that I wanted to see on it. But is it time? Nothing on the USD chart is really screaming at me that the bottom is in, except for possibly that. That looks pretty good, right? This weekly breaker is holding up really nicely. We are currently at our weekly resistance level, which is definitely a bearish sign. So that doesn't look great. What is this? It's a 4-hour level. Test. Higher volume. This is going to be a falling wedge. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. Honestly, it's not. Let's look at the BTC pairing on it. Let's start from scratch. And this is how I'm going to analyze charts, right? So let's do a full analysis on this. Let's see what we're looking at. So I've screened out the crap I don't even want to look at. But this one, actually, there might be something here. So let's dive in and see if we can find anything. Ooh, there you go. All right. Monthly breakers down here. Still a negative support. Weekly breaker, nothing. 3-day. Right here. This looks solid. I'm going to get rid of the weekly. This is the most localized area. Okay. It's holding up strong so far. On the downside, we are beneath the 200 moving average. Not a great thing to see. Trend line, maybe? It's a horizontal trend line. This looks like a series of equal lows that were cleared with a strong recovery. That's a really good sign to see. I like seeing equal lows cleared. That means that liquidity here, here, and here has been tapped. And now we're popping the other side, right? That looks really good. On the BTC pairing as well. Let's look at the ups of the top sides. Resistance points. No, that's not that significant anymore. I think Loom's not like that bad right now, honestly. I like this interaction. It doesn't look that bad. The one thing to take notice of, though, is that the Loom USD and the Loom USD and USDC charts are drastically different, right? They're drastically different. So that's something that concerns me. I would like to see more confluence between them, but we're not getting it. I'm going to go ahead and say no on Loom. I think it's too high of a risk. We'll look at Matic. Golden pocket retracement. All right. Can't bitch about that one. We're currently battling with the 200 moving average. I like that. A little bit lower to tap that level. We didn't actually get it. This isn't the BTC pairing. Golden pocket looked really good, man. I like that part of it. Oh, look at this chart. Ooh, baby, isn't that sexy? Oh my God, isn't that just beautiful? God, it looks gorgeous, guys. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. I want you guys to see how freaking bullish this chart looks. So for one, clear impulse, clear correction, and what level is it currently in? A weekly and monthly point of breakdown. You guys see this? Test, test, break above, retest. This is beautiful. Beautiful. You just don't get any cleaner than this, guys. I'm just super, 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 super bullish in this chart. It's so hard for me to like compare anything else to it. Let's not tell. Tell's actually, wow, that's a hell of a drop. All right, let's see what we got here. Weekly 200 moving average on the okay. You know what? I'm actually curious on this chart because the consolidations like to retest the top side of these channels. I've done a breakdown of that before. So essentially, we came down here and retested it right here. That's a pretty good sign. Let's see what else we got. Dive, dive, dive. A 3-strike pattern. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. These trend lines are no longer valid. What about this one? No. That's a solid trend line down there. Let's go to the USD pairing. Yeah. Impulse correction down at the point of impulse. If it was going to pop, it would pop now. I will say that, man. Weekly. It's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let's go to low time frame. Get any trend lines formed. Above that. Let's look at this as well. Hold on a sec. So we're getting volume for the first time in a long time. Each one of the volume spikes has preceded a massive pump, right? Right here, massive volume, massive pump. Volume, pump. Volume, pump. Volume, pump, small pump, but still a pump. I'm interested in tell. I don't know how I feel yet. I'm still looking at it, man. All right, what else you guys got? BAT. Let's look at BAT. BAT was one I was super bullish about recently. Oh yeah, me and my buddy were looking at this last night. BAT does not look bad. See that reclaim of that trend line? This is not a bad opportunity to jump in, I don't think. We've also reclaimed this 4-hour breaker. I think it looks solid. Yeah, it looks solid. Let's see what else. Ooh, the only issue is, okay, here's the issue. Weekly breaker we are currently testing on right now. That is concerning. If you want to do a high-risk trade, though, this doesn't look bad. Let's look at the BTC pairing. Also, golden pocket now below it. This looks good. This looks solid. Oh man, do I want to do this? I think I might pick some BAT up here, guys. I think I might. This interaction right here, though, is really solid. You have a breaker that was formed, test, test, break above, test, test, breakout, right? This is still a support level, so we haven't lost it yet. So I think, honestly, it's not that bad of a spot. Ooh, AM's having a nice day. I'm not interested. It doesn't, it needs to reclaim levels. I don't like buying weakness. That's what we got right now. It's got a lot of weakness right now. Tezos, nope. ZEC. Monthly. It's no longer legitimate now. We have this in between. Daily breaker. If we could close this back inside the daily breaker today, I would be, oh wait, no, weekly breaker. I'd be really interested. Until then, though, I got to be very patient on this one. Theta? Ooh, okay, all right. I see what you're doing, Theta. Testing this major level right there, right? This entire level. That is solid. Okay. So channel? Looks pretty channelish. This looks really solid. Theta looks really good right now, I think. Let's keep looking, but channel. Theta looks great. BTC pairing. Fuck. This is why you always look at all the charts. Nope, I'm out of Theta. You see that? Bitcoin pairing, lost the BTC pairing on the weekly. No, I'm out. Damn, that sucks, man. We had such a winner, too. That's why you look at both, though. That's why you look at both. Damn, that sucks. Let's do this. Remove drawings. Start from scratch. Okay, resistance. That's the solid level. Weekly. I think we actually have a pretty damn good trade here. I do like this. Storage BTC. Okay. I don't know if this is significant. I don't know if it's significant, guys. This 3 day is significant, I think. And we're below the 200 moving average. But this level's right there. Oh, come on. Too harsh of a correction. Storage USD. No, it fell too low. Storage looks pretty good, but I don't know if I'm convinced yet. Oof. Tire retracement. That sucks. Ugh, gross. What level is this? Monthly? 3-day? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Maybe. 702 bounce right now. It's not bad. What's up, bro? How you doing, bro? Science? CRV just retraced down to the golden pocket. It's bouncing up pretty nicely. BTC pairing. Not great. Not great, guys. I think the play is to wait for a show of strength. Oh, Bitcoin is rejecting. There you go. There we go. We talked about it in the beginning of the video. This rejection looks like it's happening. I'm looking for here. In the science of bros. How's this? Look where the goal was. Goal's down here, guys. Solid channel. But now we're trading on the downside of it. No, I'm not interested in it. Oh, what about 1-inch BTC? You know what? I think of all the charts I want, this is the one I want. I think 1 is the one I want to do. Because look at this falling wedge. Falling wedge looks solid. We're currently at this major support level. I think this makes a lot of sense. And then, of course, we're also currently holding up this 3-day. And we have more support right beneath it. I think that 1-inch is my play. I think 1-inch is my play right now. I really do. I think that that is the play. Holding up nicely. This drop. And then Litecoin broke out from this this falling wedge last night. I was watching this last night as well from this falling wedge. We broke out. It looks pretty good. I mean, Litecoin looks good. Request looks good. Ethereum Classic showing some strength. How's the technicals doing? Okay, it's increasing. Dow's still fine. Shorts are decreasing by quite a bit. It's a good drop. Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to get off. I'm going to go grab some lunch. I think my wife's off, so I'm going to go have lunch with her. I might be back. If not, I'll definitely be on Discord. No promises on whether I'm doing the stream or not, but definitely on Discord. But I did 2-hour stream. That's not bad. So I actually have a life now. My wife's now home, so I can't do long streams. But I'll update you guys on Discord. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a fantastic day. Appreciate you guys joining in. Make sure to like, subscribe, notification bell, and all that stuff. And I'll let you go, guys. Have a good one. I'm out. Deuces, boys.